Any sort of red meat, fish or fowl will do.
Gimme! Gimme!
That was my fault, buddy. Throwing ducks like Peyton Manning out here. And see, he's making that chewing motion. Now that chew's not in the sense that you or I might know it. What he's doing is better placing that food in his mouth to swallow whole. And we'll make our way over here, see if any of these guys are hungry. There we go. When I go to toss this, he's going to see it. But once it goes below his line of sight, he's going to have to rely on his sense of hearing to hear where it hit the ground and then shake his head back and forth to actually find it. Now they have very short necks, very long faces. They cannot simply stick out that face like you or I can. And you'll also notice that right now, this one's ignoring me. It's how we know it's female. I do like to toss a few pieces underwater as well, and I want you guys to pay close attention to this right here. Now when I go to toss this, what you're going to see happen is he's going to grab it. Now he's going to have to bring his head above the surface, and this is because of that valve in the back of his throat. They cannot swallow while their heads are underwater. Let's see if this big guy wants one as well. So we do have a few more pieces I'll toss out here. We also do get questions time to time about their digestion because the food we are feeding them does in fact have the bone still in it. Now they have very high levels of acid in their stomach. They're going to be used to burn off things like this, but it is going to take a little bit of time, and it's actually going to be to their advantage because they're going to use that extra weight in their stomach as buoyancy to allow them to lay still like we see them in the water right here. You want it? There we go. Come over here, though.
How much do they eat?
How much do they eat? Besides this, it's just the kids that get left at the end of the night. We also do get questions because you will notice it only is about 8-9 pieces a show. It's not going to be enough to feed every single one of them. And it really does not matter. Because they are cold-blooded, they're going to have rather slow metabolisms. They're really not that tough. It takes a few days, weeks, even a full month in between substantial meals. He wants the other white meat. And actually, there is a group of Nile crocodiles that live in Africa that only have a substantial meal each and every year. And this is when the wildebeest herds pass through for migration. And so if one of them don't get fed, at least once a show, it's not that big of a deal for them to wait a few hours later until the next opportunity arises.
Good boy.
So 2 more pieces. Good job.